It's a beautiful night in downtown Rochester as the Western New York Flash take on FC Kansas City from beautiful Sahlen Stadium. 79 degrees and sunny skies. Rocky Parada along with Mike Kerms as we are getting ready for soccer in Rochester. It's good to have everybody with us tonight on the Western New York Flash Network. Again, Rocky Parada and Mike Kerms with you tonight from downtown Rochester. And Mike, we've got a big game here tonight. The Western New York Flash have been kind of muddling along, kind of around a 500 team so far, and they're playing a solid second-place team in FC Kansas City.
Western New York Flash have had a tough season. They're almost getting there. They're almost getting to the playoffs, and then they get scaled back. The last game they lost to Washington Spirit, and then they're playing against FC Kansas City. Yes, they lost their last match 7-1, but they were on a 9-game unbeaten streak. This is going to be a tough game for both teams, particularly with FC Kansas City coming off that 7-1 loss.
Now, some big names out of the lineup for the Western New York Flash. We'll talk about that later, but we want to look at one person from FC Kansas City tonight, U.S. national team player.
Yes, Amy Rodriguez is an excellent player. She's on the U.S. national team. She's got 10 goals on the season. Last year she was out because of a pregnancy, and she got traded from Seattle. And Vlatko Andovich, he is excited to have her with 10 goals. She has a lot of speed. She can shoot. She gets behind defenses all the time. But what you may not know is that she's got eight out of her 10 goals this season have been scored just off shots, not getting behind those defenses. So she's going to be dangerous either getting behind the defense or shooting from point-blank range.
Doesn't matter where you find her on the field. She's somebody that's going to have to be watched by the Western New York Flash tonight. Now, somebody that the FC Kansas City is going to have to keep their eye on, and this is a player that everybody in this league and around the world keep their eye on. It's Carly Lloyd.
Carly Lloyd, they're going to have two players watching her all the time in Jenna Richmond and Buzkowski. And Carly Lloyd, everything flows through her. If Carly Lloyd's on, the Western New York Flash are on. She's a U.S. national team player as well. She's got 6 goals on the season, and she's the creative force. And she's dangerous. She gets her runs in the box. She scores from the outside. She can score from anywhere. So really, FCKC is going to have their job. They're going to have a big job tonight with Carly Lloyd.
I had the pleasure before the game today to have a couple of seconds to chat with Carly Lloyd. Got a chance to ask her how she feels about tonight's game and this 3-game homestand.
This is a huge game for us tonight. This is pretty much a playoff game. I would say from now until our last game is going to be a playoff game to get into the playoffs, and then we'll have to keep going. It's a big game. We've got to come out with fight. We've got to grab 3 points and focus on the next one. But, this is what we like to see. We like the pressure. It's great that it's a home game. So if we can continue to kind of come out, close out each game, get the 3 points, we'll be in a good position after this.
And once again, we say thank you to Carly Lloyd for taking a little bit of time out of her pregame prep to talk to us tonight, Mike. Now, Mike, as we were talking a little bit earlier, you talked about the 2 featured players tonight. What are the keys for FC Kansas City to control the Flash tonight?
Most importantly for FC Kansas City tonight, they're a very possession-oriented team, so really it's going to be the rhythm and the rhythm of the game. They want to control the rhythm of the game and obviously possess the ball and gain possession for the most part of the game, have the high percentage of the possession. Patience on the build-up. You've got Amy Rodriguez and you've got Lauren Holiday. You've got 2 players that are 2nd and 3rd in shots in the league. They're going to score eventually. They're going to get their opportunities. They're going to score, and also stop Kerr on the outside flank, and also stop Lloyd. We got Buzkowski and Richmond that are going to be focused on Lloyd tonight, and you stop those 2 players, there's a good chance you're going to get a win or a tie.
Now, the Western New York Flash, as we mentioned, are a desperate team right now. They need to get things going as they're getting closer to the end of the season. What are the keys for FC Kansas City to kind of slow down the Flash tonight to try to quell that desperation that they have?
Well, for the Flash have to finish their opportunities. They're getting into the box, they're getting chances on net, but they have to start finishing these opportunities, and they have to play. They want to play in the half of FC Kansas City. Also a possession-oriented team, but they don't want to be playing their own half. They want to get that ball up into the attack in 1 to 2 passes, and then play in FC Kansas City's half, but also finish the game out. What you may not know is that the Western New York Flash have 9 games this year. They've lost by 1 goal. Can they start finishing these games out? They're giving up goals in the last 10 minutes. Some of those games have been given up. They've been giving up those late goals, so they really have to finish the game out.
So tonight we find out, do the Western New York Flash have it in them tonight to get over that hump and get things set up for the rest of the season? FC Kansas City, they're solidly in second place. There's not much movement there for them. Will they have the desperation tonight to come and put it to the Western New York Flash? Starting lineups, who's going to be out there on the pitch, and the opening kick coming up next on the Western New York Flash Network.
Hi, I'm Soccer Sam for Salvatores.com, Rochester's #1 pizzeria, and your healthy, fast, local choice.
Salvatore's gluten-free pizza, thin pizza, multi-grain pizza dough, amazing salads, fresh wraps and subs, sausage slingers, pasta dinners, real pizza ovens, and so much more.
Salvatores.com, your healthy, fast, local choice. And yeah, we deliver everything but babies. Do it with me. Salvatores.com.
Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh.
All right, fans, we are back here at Sahlen Stadium about to put the ball in motion. As you can see, anthems have been done, the coin toss is done, and FCKC is going to get the ball off the top. We're going to take a minute now to take a peek at who is we find out on the pitch tonight for FCKC. Starting in goal for FCKC is Nicole Barnhart. Everybody knows Nicole Barnhart. Also out there tonight on the back end is Becky Sauerbrunn. Casey Callum's on the defense along with Nikki Phillips. Leanne Robinson's back there, and again, we said Sauerbrunn, the captain, is there. In the midfield today, Erica Timrick. We see Jenna Richmond, Lauren Holiday, and also Jen Buskowski. Up top for the FCKC, we're going to take a look now at the Flash. In goal, Kelsey Weiss in place of two injured keepers. On the backside, Kath Williamson is back there. Brittany Taylor, Haley Palmer, Kristen Edmonds. In the midfield, Carly Lloyd. Vicky is in the midfield. Angela Salem and McCall Zerboni. Up top, Samantha Kerr and Jasmine Spencer. And fans, that's what we're looking at on the pitch. And as we said, FCKC gets the ball first. And with the whistle blow of our referee, Elvis Mahudovic, we are underway. He's joined on the field tonight. He's assisted by Amanda Ross and Albert Calise. Christopher Trotter, good guy Chris, is our fourth official tonight. And FCKC takes things over right away. Holiday plays it back. It's played back up to Holiday as she's moving the ball around a little bit. Sends it back over into a little bit of a dangerous play right there as Coleman picks that ball up, sends it back towards the center stripe. Richmond plays it back, and the ball goes all the way back to Barnhart. If you're just joining us, 79 degrees in sunshine in downtown Rochester. You don't get a better summer night than this in July. FCKC is setting things up. Haven't been able to cross the midway line as of yet as they bring it forward. Taken away out there aggressively by the Flash. It looks good. Carly Lloyd plays it back. It's McCall Zerboni settling it back into the defensive zone. Brought forward for the Flash by Taylor. Taylor sends it on along the side. And now FCKC picks it up and turned back over to the Flash. And Salem settles things down a little bit. Gets it into Zerboni, bringing it forward. Ball played over to Vicky. Vicky sends it all the way across to the far side. Sam Kerr, the speedy Sam Kerr, setting things up in the midfield to Zerboni. Moves it forward to Lloyd. Back to Kerr. Lloyd taking it into the corner. She's going to look to bring this into the middle. She had Jasmine Spencer there. The ball's been turned over.
It's good stuff by Lloyd. You can see how she gets forward from the midfield, and really no one really anticipated that ball coming across from Lloyd. So you saw Spencer and Vicky Lasada. They had an opportunity to get in there. Just no runs were made for Carly Lloyd's cross.
Ball's played back into the flash zone. Taylor plays it back to the keeper, Weiss. She punts it all the way out towards the center line. Volleyed around a little bit out there. Battle going on between Vicky and Buskowski there. Ball played in. The flag is up by Amanda Ross as the play was offside. Moved quickly back towards into the Flash's end. Looks like that's going to be played back. Yes, it's going all the way back to the keeper, Weiss, as she'll slow things down and get things set up.
Both teams playing, as we said, very possession-oriented. You see that FCKC, they're just trying to get their rhythm. They had a lot of possession in that first couple minutes, but really in their own half, and exactly what the Western New York Flash want to do. When they gain possession, they want to play in the half of FCKC, and you saw that right from the start.
Palmer throws the ball in for the Flash. It's played back onto the defense again up to Sahlen. Sahlen across the halfway line, brings it over here on the near side. This is Edmonds. Down the right flank, plays it back towards the middle, a little bit of a collision in there. And the ball's played away, a little bit of a hold, but we're not going to talk about that as Timrick tries to play it back. It ends up going all the way back there to Phillips, who sends it over to Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn now lays it off on her right side as it comes up the far side as we see it here. And FCKC is coming forward. As you see, FCKC moving from your right to your left. Taking it into the middle is Holiday. Holiday lays it off on the side to Timrick. Timrick tries to get it through, but there's Zerboni. Zerboni always dogging the ball. The ball's been given up. Coleman now tries to settle it, plays it towards the center. She moves it up. Tipped in there by Timrick, and is played up by the Flash. There's Jasmine. Jasmine had moved it up there to Sam Kerr. Sahlen moved it over to Zerboni as Zerboni gets it up on the far side. Coming down to Kerr. She's running down the side. She gets checked off by Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn kind of plays it up towards the side. Is Zerboni again. I tell you, Mike, she is just all over the place.
She is. She always is. And really, Zerboni gets involved all the time. Between her and Angela Salem, I mean, they're always getting stuck in on every single tackle. They're not afraid to get involved. And you saw it right there with McCall Zerboni, just play after play, being right in it.
You say that Zerboni's all over the place. This past Thursday, she and Sam Kerr showed up on the Channel 2 morning show in Buffalo, and they did a great job. They did about 10 minutes with the host, Linda Pellegrino, talking about tonight's game and talking about the season. Again, those two players all over the place all the time. It was good to see them on television. They did a great job. And here comes McCall Zerboni, as we said, all over the place. Bringing it up towards the center of the field. She's kind of held up a little bit there by Hagan. But she retains possession, plays it forward. FCKC does attempt to get the ball back, and they do. Coming up the field now, Timrick moves that ball forward. She's going to carry it right down the middle of the field. She breaks in, tries to get the ball across. Great play on the back end as the ball is broken up and then headed away by Taylor. Holiday with a shot, puts it over the top of the frame, and it sets up a goal kick for the Western New York Flash.
Good stuff by Palmer there. She hasn't seen a lot of time this year. She's gotten 4 starts throughout the season. And with Catherine Reynolds being out on the red card, Palmer's getting her opportunity to get back on the field. And it really presents an opportunity for Palmer to prove herself, to see if maybe she can get herself a starting role moving forward as the season starts to wind down.
So Weiss puts the ball into play. Flash pick it up. Sahlen plays that ball ahead through everybody. Spencer ends up getting her foot on that ball, and it's moved ahead. Carly Lloyd coming down the side. She'll cut it back towards the middle. Goes to play it through into the middle. Coleman broke that up. But once again, the Flash picked the ball up with Vicky. Vicky attempts to play that through. Broken up. Looks like Holiday tries to take it away. Does not. There's
this match.
So as you said, the ball was played by McCall. That's Carly Lloyd. She's going to chip it over to McCall Zerboni. Zerboni's going to settle things there, try to make a move, gets it into the box, and it's broken up, and out it comes. Settled down there by Sahlen. No, she's just going to chip it right on through. Nobody there to pick that up. Rodriguez now breaking away, and she'll bring it through the center. Across the halfway line she comes, looking for a little bit of help. Lays it back here to Timrick. Timrick goes to send it across, broken up there niftily by Palmer, but now taken over. This is Hagan. Hagan tries to lay it in the center. The shot there by Timrick goes wide. And Weiss, getting a little help from the ball crew, is going to line this one up for a goal kick.
What a quick transition there by FCKC. And Hagan does a good job. She gets herself into the corner, and what a nice little cross. And Timrack has all day, and you can see the Western New York Flash are backing up. She could have actually collected that, taken her time and placed it in the corner, or really just take it one time and blast in the back of the net, and a miss hit, and that's an opportunity that Timrack's going to want back.
As the ball's played around center field there, Samantha Kerr was looking for a foul, didn't find it.
And actually, to start off that play, Amy Rodriguez started coming forward with that counterattack. And really, the entire back four of the Western New York Flash, they were backing up versus one of the two center backs have to challenge Amy Rodriguez, so she doesn't have all that free space to move forward.
FCKC now coming out of their end, playing it up on the far side, broken up by the Flash. Picked up there by run nobody home again. A little bit of a lack of communication going on right now for FCKC. I have a feeling that'll be cleaned up at halftime if it persists any further. Taylor now plays it back to Weiss. She's going to look to see which way she wants to go. She's going to go back to Taylor. Taylor's going to bring that up.
I think Andonovsky's trying to clean that up right now as he's giving some direction from the sideline, letting them know what's going on. And
as Spencer attempted to make a move there, ball kind of rolled off her foot. Getting set up on the far side as Casey comes forward. With the ball now, that's Boskowski. She's going to make a move off to the side. Ball's looking to go center. Nobody catching up with it. Weiss is going to settle that. She'll bring that forward. As the Flash spread out now, waiting for the goalie to move the ball on. Keeper moves it, and we are moving again. Palmer now. She'll move it to McCall. McCall back to Palmer, back to McCall. We're going to play a little catch. Up to Jasmine. Jasmine now plays it over to McCall. Kind of caught up there in traffic. Samantha Kerr looking to break free on that one. She cannot. Oh! Was a head ball there, and Jasmine just dropped the shoulder. There she is again. She picks it up. Plays it back to Salem. Salem over here to Edmonds. The fans love that one. Playing it coming across, and nobody home. Nobody but Sauerbrunn. As she moves it through, Salem kind of takes Timrack off her feet as the ball's being brought forward by Holiday. Holiday loses the ball to Zerboni. Rolling towards the sideline, picked up there by Timrick. Back into the center of the field. Holiday taken down by Lloyd. Yep, that'll be a foul. Ball's put back into motion. Taking a look at that challenge, Mike. And you saw Sam Kerr just about pick that up. As the Flash bring it forward again. Carly Lloyd goes to break that up.
You got to be happy that Spencer pulled out of that a little bit, because if she went for that, I think both of them would have knocked their heads together.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, smart move. Self-preservation there, I think that's what we'll call it.
A lot of attention to concussions these days, where there was 3 major ones that they talked about.
Here comes Carly Lloyd. She's trying to put the move on. Comes around left foot. Fires it just off the outside of the goal. She had made the move, came around with the left boot, just could not put that home. The fans here at Sahlen Stadium appreciating that effort. I don't think she's very happy with it.
And there's that dangerous run by Carly Lloyd from the midfield. And Coleman's right on top of her, but Carly Lloyd pushes it to the outside. She had Nicole Barnhart beat. She pushes it to the outside, has Nicole Barnhart beat, and just couldn't slip it in towards that near post. Maybe Barnhart had that near post covered. Couldn't really see from this angle, but a nice ball by Kerr. Great run by Lloyd.
And after that effort, the ball was brought up by Richmond. She was looking for a breaking Timrack. That did not work out. Sets up another goal kick for the West. Ball's played out there by Hagan. She was the first to get a touch. Barzik played it across. Zerboni challenged there by Richmond. Ball's ahead to Kerr. Here comes Carly. Carly Lloyd tips that ahead Just a little bit too far for Adriana as Richmond picks that ball up. It's a Holiday. Holiday on the far side to Hagan. She lays it back. Ultimately ends up back on Holiday's foot. She's looking for the breaking Rodriguez, and that is offsides. So Flash will get things set up. 66th minute here in downtown Rochester. We remain level at 1 in half number 2 from Sahlen Stadium as the Western New York Flash playing the middle game of a 3-game homestand here in Rochester. Palmer moving it back towards the middle of the field. Amy Barzik looking to move it ahead. She does with her left foot to Sam Kerr. Sam Kerr sends it across. Almost had Carly Lloyd as Tim Rack had that one read deftly. Now McCall Zerboni just loses the ball off her foot to Buskowski. She pushes ahead looking for Rodriguez. That is not there as Weiss sets it up now for Kat Williamson. Kat Williamson to Zerboni. Back to Kat. And that's over to Amy.
And that's the patience in the build-up that Andonovsky's looking for from the FCKC. Right there.
Here comes Sam Kerr. She's got friends with her. Cracks it, and it's over the top. A finger was put on that ball by Barnhart to make that save. This will set up a corner kick for the Flash.
And again, it's McCall Zerboni with a good 1-2 with Adriana. And that's that target forward, checking back, and Adriana laying it off to McCall Zerboni, putting it through to Sam Kerr, who's slashing from the left-hand side. A good ball by Zerboni and a good shot by Kerr.
Taking the corner kick is Adriana. Ball's into the mix as Barnhart pulls that down and will slow things down. Team had a little scare there. Let them get set up, let them catch their breath. She just rolls it off here to Sauerbrunn. That's ahead to Holiday.
So right before that, we're talking about the patience.
Carly Lloyd making things happen in the seat of her pants. Sam Kerr to McCall Zerboni. Zerboni lays it back to Barzik. Barzik to Zerboni. McCall plays it into the center, and it's broken up. Holiday kicks it ahead to Hagan. Mike, you were going to say.
All right, we'll try it again. The patience on the build-up.
You got the time now.
And that's another perfect example right there. The patience on the build-up. They're really, FCKC is starting to force that ball up the middle, constantly looking for Amy Rodriguez, making a run, trying to get behind the defense. And it's not working for them. And you're seeing that there's a little bit of a flow, a change in the flow of the game. And as soon as that switch, really, Amy Bartzik came in, and you started to see a little bit of a change in that flow. And it's not really because of Angela Salem. It's just a little bit of a change happened. And FCKC starting to really force the ball versus being patient in the build-up.
Western New York Flash there with an opportunity that was broken up. As Holiday now has moved the ball forward, creeping up on the halfway line. No, she's going to play that back to Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn's going to swing it over on the far side to Phillips as Phillips moves it up on the wing. This is Buskowski in the center of the field.
And we've seen them really patient, and you can see them doing it now. They're patient. They're keeping the ball, keeping possession. I mean, really, they've probably had the majority of the possession in the game, and they've been having a lot more success that way. Not getting the goals but they're getting the opportunities.
I'd say possession's got to be almost 60-40. There's Rodriguez, and the ball's in on goal. Weiss with the save.
And another shot by Rodriguez. I think she's got 5 or 6 shots. Number 2 in the league on shots. Definitely starting to push to number 1.
Sam Kerr just kind of cruising by the sideline, grabbing a water bottle thrown at her there for a quick beverage. As the ball's played in by Weiss. Adriana's going to go and fight for that one. Ball is headed by Barnhart out over the end line. That'll be a corner kick for the Western New York Flash. But before we get that corner kick, we're going to have a substitution here in the 71st minute. Entering the game for FC Kansas City is going to be Amy Lepelbit, 5'6" defender from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Everybody knows her name, don't they, Mike?
Oh, yes, they do.
She's going to be subbing in for Looks like number 7. Jenna Richmond coming off. The forward out of Centerville, Virginia, as LaPelbit takes the field once again in the 71st minute. The Western New York Flash are lined up for a corner kick. Adriana standing over that ball. LaPelbit's going to cover the back post. As everybody, it's a jailbreak towards the front of the net. Played in and away. That was Hagen that played that in on her own goal. Adriana making 2 moves down there. No call, no call. Adriana is wildly non-believing as no call is made, and the partisan crowd here at Sahlen Stadium tend to agree with her. So McCall Zerboni now bringing it back. Adriana looking to move it. She does. Spencer to Zerboni. Broken up by LaPelbit. And now Buskowski.
And you know that Andonoski put LaPelbit in the game to say, okay, let's try to slow this game down a little bit as he sees the flow of the game changing in Western New York's favor.
This is Edmonds breaking through. That was a right foot trying to come across. That went off of LaPelbit. Backheeled there by Carly. She was looking for Adriana. Barzik. Over to Palmer. To Barzik. To Palmer. Look out, look out. That ball was meant for Kat Williamson. That was broken up by Rodriguez. You got to be careful there. Holiday plays it across. LaPelbit. Across the center line. Zerboni closing in on her. LaPelbit moves on Zerboni. Zerboni's right there in her back pocket. Forces her to move it off. Holiday. Ball's played back to Sauerbrunn. She comes right up over the center dot. Looking over on this side for Robinson. Robinson. She has with her Buskowski. Buskowski now. The left foot to LaPelbit. LaPelbit plays it forward. That's Holiday. She moved it ahead to Timrak. Nothing going there. As Kat moves it out, LaPelbit knocks it down, 17-17.
There was another example. Timrak had Coleman on the outside wide open, but still trying to force it in there to Hagen versus trying to just keep the ball and be patient.
As it's played back, Buskowski played it to Phillips. She was dogged by Carly Lloyd. She did get it ahead, though. It's Timrak headed over to Rodriguez. She tried to get it over to the far side to Hagen. That didn't happen. Flash attempted to break it through, but Phillips ended up with the ball on her foot. Buskowski to Holiday to Rodriguez. Offside. Ball was right in on Weiss, and Rodriguez kicks it away. So with this offside, play slows down. Substitution now coming for the Western New York Flash. Entering the game for the Flash is Sonia, number 8. Sonia is going to be replacing number 15, Jasmine Spencer. Sonia for Spencer. This substitution's happening in the 75th, so with 15 minutes left. Sonia is into the game. Another one of Kiwi Line's Spanish connection. The ball's moving forward once again for the Flash. Zerboni. Let's get Sonia right into the game. She's making a move back towards the center of the field. Oh, she had Sam there, but didn't happen. Timrak taking on 3 Flash players. Edmonds cuts her off, says no. Tries to get it through. She does. Looking for Hagen. That's not happening. Right to Weiss. Weiss plays it ahead to Sonia. Sonia up to Adriana. Adriana turns. Makes the move. LaPelbit with the side of her face plays the ball back.
And Lloyd just has her hands up like, Adriana, be patient. Just play it to me. Sam's making great runs, but everyone's trying to force it to Samantha Kerr. Continue to play the ball. Play the way you've been playing the last 15 minutes. Keep in possession of the ball and being a little bit patient and letting FCKC make the mistakes.
Substitution coming up now for FCKC. We're going to check number 10 into the game, Francis Silva out of Overland Park, Kansas. Coming into the game, she's replacing number 15, Erica Timrak, who has had a very, very strong game.
Very strong game. Just very dangerous on that left-hand side and just had a lot, saw the ball a lot. Between her and Lauren Holiday, I thought that they were really the two that build the attack a lot today for the FCKC.
Edmonds throwing the ball in for the Flash, looking for somebody who's open. It's not happening. She's not seeing anybody. Tries to get it over to Sam Kerr. Ends up getting tipped to McCall Zerboni, and there's Sonia with the header. Just over the top of the net, maybe a little bit to the far side. Good effort. But when you're sitting in the 77th minute, we need good to be great, and we need to get one potted into the back of the net. Both these teams are in that situation right now. Doesn't matter if you're Western New York Flash or FCKC. Good needs to be great as you're level at 1 in the 77th. I can't imagine FCKC is going to sit back and look for a point, Mike.
No, they're a team. They're chasing Seattle. They're 9 points behind Seattle. It's a stretch for them to try to catch up to Seattle. But Seattle just got their first loss, so they do start seeing an opportunity here where maybe they can get themselves into first place towards the end of the season.
Ball's played ahead and across. That's Hagen. Hagen got the ball over. Trying to make that move coming back across for FCKC. It was played back to Lapelbet. Holiday rolls it over to the far side. She has it back now. Coming back towards the center, and that's broken up by Barzik. Broken up nicely by Barzik. Lapelbet plays that forward. Getting the ball there was Silva. Silva moved it on. This is Hagen. Hagen working on Palmer. Palmer handles her well there. As the ball continues to be moved around. Played into the center. Broken up there by Kat. And this ball's coming forward. Coming forward in a hurry. That's Sonia to Carly. Sonia again. Carly Lloyd. Carly Lloyd's looking a little bit long there for Sam as Barnhart plays that ball forward. Bringing it up now is Buskowski. Clipped ahead, taken away by Taylor. Back to Zerboni. Coming over to this side, Palmer and Sonia deciding. Sonia says, I'll take that one. To Zerboni. Zerboni moves that ball nicely to Adriana. Not there, though. Just wasn't there. Silva jumping it ahead. Buskowski with a sliding attempt to play it through. Ended up getting more of Edmonds than she did the ball. As Edmonds is down in, seems to be medium to high level of pain.
Well, she got the ball, and then she followed through at the bottom of her cleat right into Edmonds' shin. And that's you're not going to really be able to see it that clearly from here, but you can see Buskowski gets in. Edmonds kind of pulls out a little bit, and then Buskowski just goes with the bottom of her cleat, catches.
That's kind of
Edmonds, and you can see it right here. What a great shot. Right over the top of the ball, gets her at the bottom of her cleat.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, even on a nice night.
No.
Imagine on those nights playing in April.
No,
it really doesn't feel good.
That's going to hurt tomorrow. She'll be able to play through it right now and play through it with the adrenaline flowing through, but she's going to feel it. She better put some ice on that right after the match.
As Taylor plays that through, it's chipped. Sauerbrunn tried to actually kick it forward, but it kicked off the top of her foot, went out over the end line. Sets up a corner for the Western New York Flash.
Now, we talked about the last 10 minutes of the game before the game being key for the Western New York Flash, closing out games. And right now they're in a tie with a team that's in second place. Can they close out the game and get a win here?
Adriana gets it into the mix. It's tipped away.
They've been doing a great job putting pressure on FC Kansas City in this second half. I feel the Western New York Flash have dominated the second half, where FC Kansas City dominated the first half to this point. And they got to continue to put pressure, make FC Kansas City force the ball, and not allow them to be patient.
Holiday coming forward, looking for Silva. Silva now has the ball, chips it ahead to Hagan. Hagan has that broken up nicely. Almost got through, but Williamson said, forget it. Ball played into the keeper, Weiss, and she settles it down and looks for her option. 81st minute. As Weiss now places the ball on the turf. She's going to get a little bit of a challenge, not a big challenge there from Sauerbrunn. As a flash look for the home run there, didn't come through. Barnhart picks it up, and she rolls that ball off. Coming up the field, Holiday plays it, center of the park. That's Sonia. Sonia to Adriana to Sonia, broken up. She was looking for the breaking Carly Lloyd. If she got it onto her foot, she was in good shape. There's a WWE-style takedown right there from Edmonds, taking down Silva. Sauerbrunn had played that ball back to Holiday. Holiday did a little spin move there. Down on the turf right now, she's getting back to her studs. That's Carly Lloyd. As the ball's played in towards Weiss, who scoops it up. Need to move a little quicker here, I think. Ball's moved up the field. Adriana Martin, my bad. Chases that ball down. Doesn't happen. Barzik gets it in the center. Carly Lloyd. At one time, Carly's going to break through. Right now, the ball is on the far side. This is Hagan. Hagan running with Edmonds. Hagan holding on, tries to get it through. Taylor breaks it up. And here comes Sonia. Sonia taking her time, taken down.
And that's one way to exit the field.
Yep, exactly.
Get yourself a yellow card and then get yourself subbed off.
Yellow card caution has been issued in the 83rd minute. That is number 22. We've been calling her name all night, Sarah Hagan.
Yeah, I think she's done a great job tonight.
And as Mike said, get your caution and be on the way.
Yeah,
so she's being subbed out right now, and coming in for her is Merritt Mathias out of Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome to the game to Merritt, and a well-played game for Sarah Hagan tonight. And she leaves.
And that's your forward. Your forward, she works hard for 70 to 80 minutes, and then you get them off, and then you bring in some fresh legs. And Mathias is not a bad player to be bringing on the field. She can score goals, and she gets herself some nice assists as well.
Look out here. Look out here. Rodriguez, not much of a shot.
For someone that's got 10 goals this season, you know Amy Rodriguez. I think she wanted to shoot it, and then you think she wanted to chip her as well. And she had both options there, and she didn't do either.
No, she didn't get much. Didn't get much, and just kind of looked up at the stars and said, "Oh my, what did I just do?"
Good ball played by Buskowski. A little bit of another great run by Amy Rodriguez.
As Palmer's being challenged right there.
And here's those fresh legs by Mathias.
Yep. And you can tell. You can tell. The jump is there. Maybe had that been Hagan, although Hagan would have been on the other side, but had there been a player who had been in the game the whole time, maybe she would have been able to get that step around.
Mathias, another player that's not afraid to shoot the ball. She got 21 shots in the season, 10 on frame. She got 1 assist this season. Last year she had 2 goals and 3 assists. I'm sure that Andonovsky's looking for a little bit more production out of her, but that's why you got Sarah Hagan, Amy Rodriguez, Lauren Holiday, Tim Rack. Tough lineup to break into in those front roles.
As a flash break it up towards the center of the field. They were attempting to get it through to Adriana. That didn't happen. Dribbling away was Richmond. And this is Robinson. Mathias. She gets her way around Palmer. Kat Williamson came through and somehow got a piece of that ball without wiping out anybody else. Sets up the throw in. Robinson to Rodriguez. Buskowski. She sets up on Kerr. Tried to get it through to Holiday, didn't happen as Barzik had that one read. Taylor now through the center of the field. LePelbet settles it for FCKC. Back to Phillips. She just drives it in there. Nothing happened. As Barzik now. I believe that is Edmonds.
And this is that last 5 to 10 minutes that we're talking about. I mean, you gave Amy Rodriguez an opportunity there. You can't give those opportunities away because good players like Amy Rodriguez are going to score goals like that. In this last 5 minutes, you got to close out the game and stop losing games by 1 goal.
Exactly.
A lot of them are goals scored in the last few minutes of a game. And here's another opportunity for the FCKC.
Captain Sauerbrunn running right down the center of the park. She wheels it over. There's Rodriguez. Big save. Big save for Weiss. Rebound still sitting there. There's Rodriguez again. Nothing there. It's going to be a corner. 87th minute.
And then unlike Taylor, and you can see Taylor frustrated with that giveaway. And it's Sauerbrunn, the most dangerous player going forward. Sometimes is the center back, and it's Becky Sauerbrunn with a nice pass here to Rodriguez and a good left footer. Good save by Weiss. And right here, it's Taylor. She tries to dribble herself out of the back, and she gives it away. And Rodriguez gets another opportunity that goes wide.
That corner kick was taken. Rodriguez again looking for an opportunity. There's LePelbet with the left foot up and wide. 88th minute here for Aaron Lyons' squad. We want to see a little bit of pressure out of them. We're seeing the pressure from FCKC. Again, 1 point is 1 point, but he's in a position where his side needs 3.
They definitely need 3 points, but you don't want to give up a point either.
No.
So you don't want to give up. You want to keep this point and move on because you are playing one of the top teams in the league. You've got 5 games left in the season, and there's where you want to capture 12. You want to capture 9, 10, 12 points, and you almost have to in order to make the playoffs.
The Western New York Flash now have surrendered a throw-in for FCKC as they look to set things up here as we're moving through the 89th. Ball is in the box, played across the front of the net. The ball is wide, a goal kick for the Western New York Flash. Weiss will get this set up. We saw just a second ago Aaron Lyons talking with Abby Wambach, looking at what was going out on the field, and you just know he was saying to himself, boy, if I could just drop her in there for the last couple of minutes, have another target to go at down in front. But even if that was the case, the Western New York Flash just have not been able to penetrate the front of the net.
Yeah, and really the one thing, if you look at the last 5 games in the Western New York Flash schedule, they play Sky Blue twice, and they play the Boston Breakers twice. The 2 teams are in the last and second to last place. So really, they have an opportunity where they can get 12 points. Not saying that those are easy games, but they have an opportunity there. And they also play the Chicago, who's currently in 5th place, and get them out of the mix as well.
A yellow card caution's issued here to FCKC as a takedown was perpetrated in the box of Weiss. Waiting to see a turn here. That was Sauerbrunn picking up the caution in the 90th minute.
Lauren Holiday with a nice little ball, and it puts Kelsey Weiss in a situation where she's almost in no man's land, and she's got to come out and get it. And I don't think Sauerbrunn wanted to do that. She just got herself caught in a position where it just happened.
So our 4th official now indicating that we have 3 minutes of stoppage time. Thank you, Christopher Trottier, for the indication. Had a little trouble with the board there. Had it upside down, but we're not going to tell anybody.
It was an E instead of a 3?
It said there were E minutes. Coming forward is FCKC. This is Silva. She crisscrosses out there.
And you definitely want to secure this 1 point if you can and prevent FCKC, or take your chance on this attack.
Sonia. She's looking to get it across the curve. Nothing there. Lapelbet. It's Coleman. Just chips it out over the halfway line. Edmonds going to throw that ball in for the Western New York Flash. Amy Barzik going to play it all the way back to Weiss. Kelsey now moves that ball up to Kat. Kat Williamson surveys her options. It's BT over on the far side. Taylor up there, taken away by Lapelbet. Didn't want to see that happen. Here's a ball moved in. Rodriguez over the top. Thankfully, over the top if you're a Western New York Flash fan tonight.
Well, FCKC fans are saying, man, why is Amy Rodriguez off tonight? She's gotten a lot of opportunities. That's probably her 7th shot tonight on goal. And, well, not on goal, but her 7th shot. And they're saying, why is she off? Why can't she just click it on? And she's getting herself in the right positions. She's just not putting it on frame.
If you want to say, she's had 3 really quality opportunities. You can count that in there. Here comes the Flash.
That was a quality opportunity.
Yeah. There's Adriana just over the head of Samantha Kerr. As Barnhart plays it to Silva, she's taken down by Carly Lloyd. This will be a free kick. As we are through 2 of our 3 minutes of stoppage time here at the end of our second half at Sahlen Stadium. Phillips plays the ball forward, looking for Rodriguez, doesn't get it over Barzik. That's Lapelbet. Gets it on the foot of Matthias. Matthias just about runs over Palmer. Just enough to get the ball to Sonia.
Oh,
Sonia just gives it away. Sauerbrunn.
And that's not the right place to be clearing the ball.
This ball is played in and caught by Weiss. No harm, no foul, but time's taken off the clock. Weiss gets it ahead, looking for Lloyd. Doesn't happen, and that's it. Our referee has blown the whistle 3 times, which brings this match to an end here at Sahlen Stadium. A match well played. The fans in attendance tonight well entertained. Both teams, though, leave unsatisfied as each team takes 1 point as the Western New York Flash and FCKC tie at 1. A level event, Mike, a level event.
Well, first half I really felt was dominated by FC Kansas City. And at halftime, like I said to you, what a really nice team. Possessed the ball very well. And then really, when that change happened, it wasn't Angela Salem, like she wasn't playing her role, but when that change happened with Amy Bartzik going in there, I don't know if it wasn't really the impact of the change, but the flow of the match seemed to change in the Western New York Flash favor, and they started to get some opportunities. But again, in the last 5 to 10 minutes, Amy Rodriguez had 3 or 4 opportunities on goal, and that just can't happen again. Close the games out. If Amy Rodriguez is on tonight, I think she puts one of those away, and you could have possibly seen the Western New York Flash leaving here down 2-1.
We had talked about the time of possession, estimating it was 60-40. You look at the scoreboard and you take a look at the stats that are up there, and 20 shots for FCKC to 9 for the Western New York Flash. That's really the tail of the tape. Otherwise, the game, aside from the corner kicks, really was pretty even.
Yeah, a lot of times you look at corner kicks as really how was the game played, and 7-4 FCKC. The game was played a little bit more in the Western New York Flash's end, but again, in that last 20 minutes of the game, other than those 3 or 4 opportunities in the last 5 minutes by Amy Rodriguez, I thought Western New York Flash had the better of FCKC. But again, like you said, FCKC probably had most of the possession in the game. Really nice game.
And with us right now is one of the top players in the game. She was on the field. She was all over the place tonight. We welcome to the camera McCall Zerboni. And McCall, as we said, you played a very, very aggressive game tonight. Things look great out there. Give us your perspective as you were on the pitch for 90-plus minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it was a hard-fought battle from both teams. It was a good game to watch because we both like to play football, and we both had our chances, and unfortunately we didn't put away some that we had, and, we weren't able to bury the game.
McCall, what does 1 point do for you guys at this point in the season with 5 games left? What's the plan of attack moving forward? How do you feel about the 1 point?
I mean, it's no secret we need points every game from here on out. Of course, we'd want 3, but we'll take 1. And, we have 5 more games to get as many points as we can. And, we'll see how some of the other results do. But the only job we can do is ours. And hopefully, we're getting some more wins for 3 points under our belt.
Now, McCall, you have 1 week to prepare as the Boston Breakers come into Sahlen Stadium next Friday night here at 7:30. How do you see your week of preparation going?
I mean, nothing really changes on our end. We're always really intense and focused in our weekend preparation. And, sometimes the result doesn't go our way. Of course, we'll make some tweaks depending on our opponent. But most of the time, we just stick to what we need to do. And we just need to start bearing our chances and execute more.
McCall, I thought you had a really great match tonight. You were all over the place. Offensively, you played box to box. I want to just say that you had a great game. That's why you played the match for us tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, I just try to do my job for the team, try to be that link player and be the box-to-box midfielder. So covering a lot of ground, unfortunately, comes with the job. So thanks.
Great job.
Fine job out there tonight, McCall. Once again, McCall Zerboni, midfielder for your Western New York Flash. A fine game from you tonight. Thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate it.
You got it. And once again, a strong game from McCall Zerboni in the midfield for the Western New York Flash. She was a field general out there tonight, and that's her role. She can play the pit bull. She can play the general. She does it all, and she does it well.
Yeah, we can't forget Carly Lloyd. If you watch Carly Lloyd and you put a heat map on Carly Lloyd, she was all over the place as well. You can't say, okay, Carly Lloyd was always getting the ball in this role in the field. If you look at Lauren Holiday, she was really getting it in the center of the park. Carly Lloyd, side to side, box to box, she was really all over the place. She saw a lot of touches on the ball. So having McCall as your co-host there it's not a bad thing. But Carly Lloyd had a great game as well.
Mike, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights of tonight's match. As we can see here, as we take a look at what was going on early on in tonight's match.
Yeah, and this is just showing that FCKC was dominating and just early in the game.
As you can see, the Western New York Flash here attempted to get some opportunities.
Yeah,
opportunities were there. They were rare, but they were there tonight.
Yeah, Palmer getting the start. It's great to see Palmer getting the start, and that's where really Angela Salem here switching the point of attack so quickly, and that's why this goal is scored. And Palmer putting it in the box. Lloyd with a flick, Kerr with the finish, and a nice little goal by Kerr to put them at 1-1.
And unfortunately, that was our final tonight. We saw all our scoring in the first half tonight. Second half was a chess match, but as we said, a well-executed match tonight all the way around. For two teams that really, again, needed 3 points. They'll take the point, but they're not going to be real happy with it.
Two very possession-oriented teams, and let's face it, Western New York Flash are a little bit depleted. They've lost 2 goalies. You got Kelsey Weiss, who's getting a lot of experience right now, playing goalkeeper, and I thought she did a pretty good job. Maybe she got caught out on that first goal, but Western New York Flash a little bit depleted. And you can see even right now, Abby Wambach telling the team, hey, we got to keep going. We got to keep working. If we want to make that 4th spot, we got to keep doing what we're doing. And we played against a very good team tonight in FCKC.
So the Western New York Flash tonight played to a 1-1 tie with FCKC. Fans, we thank you for being with us on the Western New York Flash Network. Thank you.